Bonjour! You have been exposed to a number of possessive adjectives. These are words that are used to express ownership. Let's take a look at how these are used. Be sure to use the graphic organizer provided in Explorer to help you.
J'ai un frère et une sœur.
Comment s'appelle ton frère, ta sœur et tes parents?
Mon frère s'appelle Ludovic. Ma sœur s'appelle Émilie. Et mes parents s'appellent Paul et Claire.
Félix and Océane used the possessive adjectives ton, ta, tes, mon, ma, and me. You may have started to see patterns with these adjectives. When Félix is talking about members of his family, he uses mon, ma, and me. When Océane asks Félix about members of his family, she uses ton, ta, and tes. The question is, how can we know which possessive adjective to use? Let's take a closer look at the dialogue between Félix and Océane.
Mon frère s'appelle Ludovic. Ma sœur s'appelle Émilie. Et mes parents s'appellent Paul et Claire. When I'm talking about my family members, I use mon, ma, and mes. Since frère is masculine and singular, I use mon. Sœur is feminine and singular, so I use ma, and since parent is a plural noun, I use mes.
Comment s'appelle ton frère, ta sœur et tes parents? When I'm asking Félix about his family members, I use ton, ta, and tes. Since I know that frère is masculine and singular, I use ton. Sœur is feminine and singular, so I use ta, and since parent is plural, I use tes.
Let's look at the possessive adjectives Félix and Océane have used. Now, let's add the possessive adjectives for his or her. If I'm speaking about Félix's brother, I would say son frère. Can you predict what the other two forms would be? That's right, sa sœur and ses parents. Well done! What is unique about selecting which possessive adjective to use for each family member in French is that you must consider the gender and number of the person. For example, if I say sa sœur, I use sa because sœur is feminine and singular. Now, let's see what happens when we need to use the possessive adjectives our, the plural your, and their. When we need to speak about something that belongs to us, we use notre or nous. To illustrate the plural your, I'm going to have a conversation with Félix and Océane to model how these are used. I am first going to ask them about their families, leur famille. Bonjour! Comment sont vos familles?
Ma famille est petite, mais très sympa.
Ma famille est grande et elle est aussi sympa. Et comment est votre famille, madame?
Ma famille est très petite et bavarde. Let's fill in the next part of our chart. When I asked both Félix and Océane about their families, I said, Comment sont vos familles? I used vos since I was talking about both of their families. When Océane asked about my family, though, she said, Comment est votre famille, madame? Since she was talking about my one family. Finally, when we are expressing their, we can either say leur mère or leur famille. Both are pronounced exactly the same, but leur is used in the first example because mère is singular, whereas leur with an S is used in the second example since famille is plural. Do you see the pattern? Well done! Whereas the singular possessive adjectives have masculine and feminine forms, the plural possessive adjectives do not. We will use this skill in many types of conversations as we learn and speak French. Be sure to get the practice you need in your Explorer course. À plus!